Okay, hello everyone, guys. Hello everyone. Good morning. How are you all? Good morning, everyone. My name is Afreen Azmat, and I welcome you all to today's session. Hi everyone. Good morning. How are you all? Good morning, everyone. Just please comment once about the audio and video of the class. Is everything is working good, working fine? Hi guys, good morning. Okay, so today we are going to discuss about this unit that is laws related to bill finance. So we are going to discuss about the laws related to bill finance. Okay, this is unit 34 PPB module B. Okay, everyone, just please like and share the video to the maximum you can. And if you haven't joined this channel, or if you haven't subscribed this channel yet, is a request, guys, that please subscribe this channel and press the bell notification icon, right? So let's start this topic, that is laws related to bill finance. The very first thing is, there are which law is actually related with the liabilities and rights of the parties. The very first thing, that which law is related with the liabilities and rights of the party. So that law is known as the Negotiable Instrument Act. That law is known as what? Negotiable Instrument Act. Negotiable Instrument Act is the main act which is responsible for governing, or which is responsible for maintaining or regulating the liabilities and rights of a partner. Now, let's talk about Section 5 of Negotiable Instrument Act. There is a Negotiable Instrument Act 1881, and Section 5 of Negotiable Instrument Act 1881 defines that instrument in writing containing an conditional order signed by maker directing a person to pay sum of money, directing a person to pay a sum of money that is only, or to the order, to a certain person or to the bearer of the instrument, then it is known as what? Then it is known as the Negotiable Instrument Act. So Negotiable Instrument Act is defined as what? Negotiable Instrument Act, Section 5 of Negotiable Instrument Act actually defines the bill of exchange. It actually defines what? It actually defines the bill of exchange. Come here, okay? So bill of exchange, or you can say, the thing is, it has said that if there is any instrument, if there is any instrument which is in written and it contains an unconditional order, first of all, it should be an unconditional order signed by the maker, signed by the maker, directing a certain person pay a sum of money to the order certain person, then it is known as the what? Then it is known as the Section 5 of Negotiable Instrument Act. Now, in Section 5 of Negotiable Instrument Act, there is a bill of exchange. Now, what is a bill of exchange? I'm just giving you an example. For example, there is the seller and there is a buyer, right? Now, there is a buyer, there is a seller. Seller sell goods to buyer, right? And buyer has to pay money to the seller. Instead of the immediate payment, this buyer demand a time period for the repayment of this transaction. Seller agrees. Seller says that, okay, sellers grant this buyer a time period of, for example, 30 days. That, okay, you will pay for this transaction after the 30 days, right? Now, for just confirming and making this thing legal, seller draws a bill of exchange on buyer. Instruct buyer that you have to pay this certain sum of money after 30 days to me. Okay, so that is known as the bill of exchange. Clear? Now, in this, seller who is actually making the bill of exchange is called as the drawer. The seller is what? The seller is the drawer, or you can say the maker of the bill of exchange. Whereas the buyer is known as what? The buyer is known as drawee. Drawee means the one person who is instructed to make the payment, right? And then there is a person who is known as payee. Payee is the person who is entitled to receive the payment, right? Payee is the person who is entitled to receive the payment. Clear? Now, if we talk about this transaction, payee is what? Payee is the seller. So, in this scenario, payee and drawee, they are the same person. In this scenario, payee and drawee, they are what? They are the same person. Clear? Okay, done. Now, there is a different scenario in which there are three different parties. Let's talk about that. A sells good to B. Instead of the immediate payment, we demand a time period for the repayment. A agrees. For legalizing this, A just draws a bill of exchange B, instructing B that you have to make payment after 30 days to C. Okay. Now, here A is the seller and he is the maker of the bill of exchange. B is the drawee, the one person who is given instruction to pay, right? And C is the payee, the one who is entitled to receive the payment. So there can be the drawer means maker and payee. They can be the same person, or there can be the drawer or the payee. They can be two different person in the bill of exchange. So bill of exchange has actually three parties. Sometimes it has two parties, sometimes it has three parties. There is a payee, there is a drawer, there is a drawee, right? And if we talk about the payee, payee is also what? Payee is also the drawee. Clear? Payee can also be the drawer, means the maker, right? Now, some of the important provisions of the negotiable instrument act. If we talk about the important provision, first of all, there is a holder. There is the holder in the bill of exchange. Now, who is the holder? According to Section 8 of Negotiable Instrument Act, holder is defined as the person who is entitled in his own name to possess the bill and recover the amount of money. The one person who actually possesses the bill of exchange and he is entitled to recover the amount of money, that person is known as holder, which is according to Section 8 of Negotiable Instrument Act. Clear? Next, if we talk about the next, that is the holder in due course. Holder in due course, it is as per the section 9. Holder in due course means in any person whose consideration become the possessor. Means to whom the bill is transferred. For example, I am the holder of bill of exchange, means the very first thing that I possess the bill of exchange and I am entitled to receive the payment. But I have endorsed this bill to you. For example, I have endorsed this bill to you. It means that you are the holder in due course. This means that you are entitled to receive the payment. Clear? Payment in due course means what? Payment in due course means you have to pay whole the bill of exchange according with the apparent tenor. Apparent tenor of the bill of exchange means whatever it's written in the bill of exchange, you have to make payment according with the apparent tenor of the bill of exchange to holder or holder in due course in good faith without any negligence, right? Now, negotiation is what? Negotiation is defined under section 14 of Bill of Exchange. Section 14 says that when the bill is transferred for consideration to a person so as to entitle him to claim the amount of bill, that is called as negotiation. Means that when the bill is transferred, okay, for some consideration. For example, I am the holder of bill of exchange, but now I want an immediate payment. I can't wait for 30 days or I can't wait for the time period which is mentioned in that bill of exchange. I just go to a bank okay, and says that please hold this bill of exchange. Under this bill of exchange, you will receive the payment after 30 days. Kindly give me some money after deducting the discount from it, right? That bank take the bill of exchange and gives you 90% of the bill of exchange amount. So this is known as what? This is known as negotiating bank or negotiation. Negotiation means the one person to whom the bill is transferred for some consideration, right? Endorsement, that if the holder sign the bill of exchange for the purpose of transferring it, such signature is known as endorsement, which is according to section 15 of the negotiable instrument. Very important. Now, there is a liability of drawer. Liability of drawer, it is as per the section 30. The drawer is a bond in the case of dishonor, means failure to pay, to the drawee or acceptor to compensate the holder, providing due notice dishonor after have given and received by the drawer. So what is the liability of the drawer here? For example, A has drawn a bill of exchange B, instructing B that you have to make payment to C, right? If after 30 days B defaults on payment to C, if after 30 days B defaults on payment to C, right? Then, then what? Then A is responsible for paying to C, right? So it is the responsibility of the drawer, it is the responsibility of the maker that as per the section 30, you have to make payment if B or drawee fails to repay the fee. Clear? Everyone? Everyone, guys, just please like and share the video to the maximum you can. Whoever is watching this session, it's a request that at least please like the video and share the video to the maximum you can. Okay. Now, what is the liability of the acceptor or the drawee of the bill? Now, what is the liability of B? The liability of B is that B has to make payment with apparent tenor of the bill of exchange. Whatever the amount which is mentioned in that bill of exchange, whatever the time period is mentioned in that bill of exchange, the liability of the acceptor or the drawee is that you have to make payment as per the apparent tenor of the bill of exchange, which is according to section 32 of the Negotiable Instrument Act. Okay. Now, what is the liability of the endorser? What is the liability of the endorser? The one who is endorsed or who has endorsed the bill. Okay. So section 35 provides that in the absence of the contract, any contrary, whoever endorses and delivers a negotiable instrument is bound thereby to every subsequent holder in the case of dishonor unless his liability is executed. For example, now in this case, C is entitled to receive the payment. C has endorsed bill to D, right? Okay, now if B defaults on payment to D, then C is responsible for paying to D. Okay. Now, for example, D has endorsed this bill to E. Now, B is entitled to payment to E. Now, if B defaults, then D is responsible for payment to E. Then, for example, E has endorsed bill to F. Now, here B is responsible for making payment to F, right? But if B default, then E is responsible for payment. Every subsequent person is responsible for the payment of the bill unless his liability is executed, right? So, this is what? This is the bill of exchange, right? Interest rate is specified. So section 79 says that if there is an interest rate which is expressively made on the bill of exchange, the interest will be calculated at such rate. And if there is no rate of interest is specified, section 80 says that now the interest is calculated at the rate of 18% per annum. At the rate of what? 18% per annum. Clear? So there is a holder in due course, payment in due course, negotiation, there is an endorsement, there is a liability of the drawer, there is a liability of the acceptor, there is a liability of the endorser, there is an interest rate specified, there is when there is no interest rate specified. See, sections are very important. You have to learn each and every section carefully. Just please learn these each and every section carefully, which is very, very important to all of you. Clear? Okay. Then, now next, there are the classification of bill. Though bill of exchange is actually classified on the you can say places, okay, or on the classification or on the criteria of the period and on the criteria of nature. If we talk about the places, there is an inland bill and foreign bill. If we talk about the period, there is demand bill or usance bill. If they talk about the nature, there is a clean bill and documentary bill. About the inland bill, right? So inland bill means that the bills are drawn in India and payable upon any party which is residing in India. These are the inland bill. Means everything is done within the domestic boundary of India. Means bill are drawn in India, means drawer is in India and the drawee is also in India. Then it is known as inland bill. Okay, there are two conditions of the inland bill. First, it must be drawn and made payable in India. It should be drawn in India. It should be made payable to India. It must be drawn in India upon some person resident in India. There is a foreign bill. Now, Section 12 of Negotiable Instrument Act define the foreign bill. Section 12 of Negotiable Instrument Act defines the foreign bill. What is Section 12 says that bills drawn outside India made payable in or drawn upon any person resident in India or outside India. So if there is a bill which is drawn outside India, so drawer is outside India, the bill is drawn outside India, but it is paid to any of the person or the party which is residing in India, okay, or it is drawn on any person resident in any country outside India, then it is what foreign bills. First says that bill drawn outside India, okay, and made payable to any party that is residing outside India, then it is the foreign bill. Second, bill drawn outside India. Bill drawn outside India and made payable in or drawn upon any person resident in India. Then these are known as the foreign bill. Now, there are two more bills on the basis of the period. There is a demand bill and usance bill. Now, demand bill, very easy, very simple, very easy. Demand bill means when a specific date of payment is not defined. When there is no time period for the payment is specified. Demand bill is also known as side bill, means whenever payee present it for payment, you have to make the payment to payee. Then it is known as demand bill, which is section 19 of Negotiable Instrument Act. There is a usance bill. Now, what is a usance bill? A usance bill is a bill payable otherwise on demand and specifies normally on the payment. So there is a particular time period which is fixed for the payment. If, for example, 30 days is mentioned in that bill of exchange, it means that the payee has to present that bill on that date. Okay. Demand bill is the site bill, whereas usance bill is also known as bill payable after site. The drawer draws a bill of exchange and specifies a time within which the payment shall be made. Once the drawer accepts the bill, the drawer at the time or the date specified on that bill of exchange can present the same to drawee and demand for the payment. Okay, the date specified for payment is called as the maturity or due. Clear? Then there is a clean bill and documentary bill. Then there is what? Clean bill and documentary bill. Now, clean bill as is a bill of exchange that is not supported by any document. Okay, you don't have to present any document with that bill of exchange. The bill of exchange is the sole document you have to present for receiving the payment. Okay, that is known as clean bill. There is no other supporting document you have to give for the what? For the receiving of the money, right? So clean bill is which is not supported by any documents or title of good. Documentary bill. Documentary bill means which is supported by the title of the good. Now, under the documentary bill, we have what? We have the bill drawn with an instruction to deliver the document against the payment. It means that this transaction for the supply of good, a seller draws a bill on a buyer, send same to his banker along with the documents like bill of lading, railway receipt or lorry receipt. The seller instruct the bank to deliver the bill and documents only when the buyer pays the price of the good. Means that the bill is exchanged. The bill of exchange is actually drawn, right? Now, once the buyer has paid the price for the good, then only the banker has to deliver the bill and the documents of the title, means that I am the owner of this good, to the buyer, right? So it is actually with instruction that first the buyer has to make payment and clear the bill of exchange, then only the buyer will receive the documents and other possession uh, documents regarding the good, right? Now, second is the bill drawn with the instruction to deliver document against acceptance. So here in this, the seller instruct the banker that when the drawee accept the bill, if the buyer accept that okay, I will be paying for this bill of exchange, after acceptance, you can deliver the documents to the person or to the buyer. Clear? So this is the documentary bill. Now there are different type of bill finances. Like there is a bill purchased. Bill purchase means when a bank negotiate bill payable on demand, whether clean or documentary, it is known as a bill purchase. Means when the bank negotiate, means bank accept that bill of exchange in consideration, okay, then it is known as bill purchase. Now the face value of the bill is immediately paid to the holder. The bank after the purchasing will become the holder in due course and acquire all the right of the ownership over the instrument. There is a bill discounting which you already know, which I have already explained. Advance against bill for collection, when the bank actually gives advance against the bill, okay, which are in the course of collection, that facility is known as advance against bill for collection. Under this facility there is a margin which is kept by the bank and the net amount is paid to the customer, right? Bill is sent for collection, then in the case the banker who lent money becomes the holder in due course for that, right? There is a bill discounting and the right of banker, in which if the drawee is not paying the amount, then the bank has the right to recover the money from the seller, right? Legal relationship in the case of bill discounting. In bill discounting, a bank becomes the lawful holder of the bill and becomes the payee of the bill. So these are the different bill finance and legal position of the banker. Clear? So this is the whole chapter. Let's talk about some of the questions, related questions of this class. First of all, bill of exchange means an unconditional direction to the drawer to pay the money, promise to the drawer to pay the money, obligation to the drawer to pay the money, and undertakings to the drawer to pay the money. Everyone please answer this question, guys. Everyone please answer this question. Bill of exchange means an unconditional. Unconditional. I have told you, bill of exchange is what? Unconditional order that is signed by the maker directing a person, right? So unconditional what? Unconditional order. Okay. So there is a direction to the drawer pay the money. Drawer is not responsible for paying the money. Drawer is actually either entitled to receive the payment, right? Promise to the drawer to pay the money. Yes, so it is actually the unconditional promise that you have to pay to the drawer to pay the money. Clear? Yes. The maker of bill of exchange is called as. The maker of bill of exchange is called as. The maker is also called as the drawer. The drawee is the one who is entitled to pay. Okay. Last, bill purchase facility is granted in the case of. Bill purchase facility is granted in the case of what? Bill purchase facility. Bill purchase facility is granted in the case of usage. Clear? So this is the whole chapter. I hope that you have all understood this chapter completely, guys. If you want to learn more on this chapter, there is the JIB Super Elite All-in-One plan in which you will get the access of live classes, mock test notes, and everything, right? So these are the all ongoing courses with the JIB Super Elite All-in-One subscription. We have running a foundation batch, we have Foundation 2.0 batch, DBF batch, we have master batches for PPB and IEIFS. We are upcoming with the new JIB batch. We are upcoming with the new JIIB Foundation batch, right? We are coming up with the new, what, with the new MCQs batch. We are coming with the crash batch. We are coming with the crackers batch, right? We are coming with the capsule batches, right? So these are all the batches under the JIB Super Elite courses, right? So you don't have to purchase all the you can say all the thing. You don't have to purchase the complete different batches. You just go for the JIB Super Elite all-in-one subscription. If you are going for the JIB Super Elite all-in-one subscription, you will get the access of all the batches. For example, you are going for this JIB Super Elite subscription for a period of 12 months. It means that in this 12 month, you will get the access of all the live classes, foundation batches, everything, every batch which is starting on this JIB platform, right? Clear? Now, currently there is a very good discount going on. So there is a flat 49% off on the purchase of this GIP Super Elite all-in-one subscription. If you are using this code CHAMP, 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 if you are using this code CHAMP, you will get a flat 49% off on the GIB Super Elite all-in-one subscription. So all you have to do is to just enroll in this GIB Super Elite plan and just make the most of it. Okay, so thank you so much. I hope that you have all enjoyed this session. Please like and share the video to the maximum you can. And if you haven't subscribed this channel yet, is a request, guys, that please subscribe this channel and press the bell notification icon. Thank you so much. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye, guys. Take care, everyone. Bye, guys. Take care.